Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Experience Southern Illinois podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jared Long with So Ill Cinema, joined with my co-host,
Allison Hassler, Southern Illinois Vacation Rails.
and today we are joined with some very special guests at their location, Regina and Brett. Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are we at today?
We are at StarView Vineyards,
And where is this located at?
Cobden, Illinois.
Awesome.
You
Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
want to take that one?
Yeah, so long story short, I was a young kid off of school for the summer.
So it was last year.
Yep.
Yep.
So off of school for the summer, and I wanted to buy a dirt bike. And my mom said, if you want to buy a dirt bike, go find a job. And so I went down the street on my pedal bike, and there was a guy planting grapevines. And I had no idea why or even what he was doing, but I asked if I could help, and he said sure. And he was planting a 25-acre vineyard for his winery, and he had an existing 25-acre vineyard already further down the road at his winery location. And so after that summer, I bought a dirt bike, and I kept coming back and working for him. So
Where was this located?
so this is in eastern Pennsylvania.
Okay.
New Tripoli.
Tripoli, yep.
Nice.
Used to work at a winery called Blue Mountain Vineyards along the Appalachian Trail, the foothills of the Blue Mountains out there. And I got to work for him for 16 years before we came here.
Wow. So you have some knowledge base that was built in.
Got to learn from the ground up, literally.
So how old were you?
I started when I was 12,
Wow.
and I'm 40 now.
And have you stayed in this field, this profession the entire time?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
All hands-on experience.
Yeah. This will be my 28th harvest this year. Wow. Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Pretty cool.
One of the questions is how does the soil, how does that change your process from what you were doing on the Appalachian Mountains to
Yeah.
Shawnee Hills?
It's a good question. So where I was on the East Coast, we were in something called an AVA also, which is an American Viticulture area that the government designates as a really good region to grow grapes for wine. And so when we started looking around for other options and places to move for our own wine ventures, I realized that this was also in an AVA. And so the soil types are a little bit different. It was more shale and slate back in Pennsylvania, whereas this is more limestone. And there is some shale and clay loam here. So still, long story short, again, is that it's unfertile soil. So grapevines like unfertile soil. They don't want all the nutrients like row crop farmers do up north. So the least fertile the soil, the better the quality of the grapes, because the vine's stressing, and it's basically telling itself it needs to procreate and survive to make its fruit where its seeds are, and make high quality fruit to make a good seed to make more vines.
That's so interesting.
That is really interesting. I don't think anybody's explained it to us that way. That's really neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have always been, because there's so many rock bluffs and there's so many, like, just underneath a little bit of dirt, there's rock and stuff. I'm like, how can this be a good area to grow? But they thrive under under stress.
Yes, the more the vine stresses, the better the wine.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
So Regina, you're from Pennsylvania too then?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So we went to high school together. I guess met back up after I graduated college. I went to West Virginia University for business management. And then I started working at the winery that he was at. And we were both, I was doing the upper part, meaning like the tasting room and events and all that, while he was making the wine. And just one day we were like, maybe we could do this on our own for ourselves. And
Yeah.
I still remember my parents thought we were absolutely insane. We were like, we got to get on this plane and go to Cobden, Illinois. We probably weren't even saying it right. We were probably saying like Cobden. And we came to visit here in the fall. I guess that was 2012.
Yep.
And just walked in the place and fell in love. And
Yeah, because I remember letting my kids throw the fish food into the pond when you guys were first opened, and they were toddlers at the time. Beautiful pictures of my kids, toddlers here, and they're teens now.
So I remember them being so young, and
We just passed our 12-year mark here at StarView. Yeah.
we weren't even married a year before we moved here, and halfway across the country, just took a leap of faith.
Didn't know a soul here. Had never been here in our lives, and
Except that one visit.
yep. So for one visit before we made the permanent transfer, and
And that took about 9 months. And
So for any listeners that aren't familiar with StarView, was it already a winery before you purchased? And what was that process like? Did you need to change things around? Did you,
So yes, StarView was established. Actually, this property was Wing Hill Winery. So the property itself has a lot of history. But yes, the government does require all the legalities with the LLC and the TTB with wine labels and your formulas and so forth. So
liquor licenses.
yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
A lot to tackle and learn on the fly. That was one thing that neither of us really did in the past. So.
Right. And tackling it a lot from Pennsylvania, like not even being here. And
Sure, because most of those licenses are all state and vary by state.
Yes.
So learning a whole gamut of rules and regulations.
there were a lot of tiers. And it's like you talk to one person and get one answer, and then the next day you talk to someone else and it's totally different. But we did it. And all is well.
First off, I'm noticing a theme here. We just did Peach Barn Winery before this one, and Jenny is the one that's up in the winery. Yes, in the tasting room, and Scott's the one out in the field. And we were joking with them, and it's like, keep Scott away from the customers and stuff.
Yeah.
See, now Brett is basically the same way, but when he walks in the building, everyone loves to meet the winemaker and talk to the winemaker, but he really does enjoy having his hands in the vines and down in the winery in the lab making the wine. But he's always welcome here. I just can't get him up here often.
Well, and Scott's very much the same way, like great to talk to and stuff like that. So.
Well, they would both rather be in the woods hunting.
Totally too. Yeah.
Well, it's just so interesting because when somebody, if I'm mentioning StarView in passing, everybody knows you guys by first name. Like you are very hands-on. Like you guys you're here working, and people know you. Like, oh, Regina and Brett. Oh, I love going to StarView, and I'm like, that is a great reputation to have. Is that you guys are so hands-on that everybody, and you may not know them really well yourself, but they feel like they know you. And I think that proves that this. What you have provided here has been really special, because when people come here, they feel very welcome and they feel like they know you guys. They, I'm sure you have tons of regulars. And so what are some of the things that you guys have done, say in the past? I know I've been to some like festival type events and fairs and things like that here. So can you kind of explain what the things that you've brought in as part of the winery experience here?
Sure. You want to start?
We do like our annual events that we brought in that like our the adult Easter egg hunt every year.
Yes. People are lined up before the doors even open.
That's a big one. So, it's prizes to go find Easter eggs in the yard, and you can get anything from a bottle of wine or t-shirt or a glass of wine or something. And then our Hollow Wine was a big thing that we brought on. So it's our Halloween event every year.
And that's coming up Friday, October 31st.
So costume contests, and we have a great time with that. And then everything else that
we try to do a lot of community events as well. So the city of Anna will have their 4th of July event. So we'll set up there. And then like the main street in Anna has started doing a lot of like after hours shopping events. And I mean, what's better than shopping with a glass of wine in hand? So, the community has given so much to us, so we just try to be available and present in all of their events, just kind of as our way to say thank you. We know you can pick anywhere to go, and when you walk through our door, like it makes my day. It just makes me so happy that people want to come here and celebrate the good moments, and it's just
Well, and you
good
guys,
thing.
you guys this last year, also just to show how much you are a part of this community, you guys had a benefit out here too.
Yes.
That was a pretty large event, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yep, for our
And,
good friend Rachel. And that took a village. That was, like you said, a big event. But just to show her and her family, like, you're going to beat this, and you have all these people that love you. And I mean,
We're all here to support and do what
that
we
was
can.
the
and-
least we could do.
Yeah.
So, that was a good day.
I think it's so awesome. I think that event obviously is a reflection of the way the community has brought you in, but the way that you guys are serving the community as well too, and seeing those opportunities. Speaking of working in a community, the whole reason we're doing this podcast series is for the 30th anniversary of the Shawnee Hills Wine Trail.
Yep.
So you talked about there were some learning curves early on and stuff like that. How has were you part of the wine trail immediately?
Yes. So in the bylaws, your membership goes with the business. And since StarView was in good standing, we got to come along for the ride. So, there were, I guess at that time, I don't think there were 12 wineries.
I think
11.
Yeah.
But, that's 10 other businesses from us that we got to know. And we are all one big organization, but we're all so different. And, but it's a good thing. Like, people aren't coming here for just one winery or for this, like, one specific type of thing. It's been fun. Sometimes, the meetings get long and it's a little woof, but, we all love what we're doing. And I think it shows, and it's reflected when you travel around the wine trail.
How integral was it having the wine trail in those early days when you're trying to figure out through the paperwork and through all that stuff? How was the wine trail and the experience of others who have been in those same shoes? How did that help you guys?
I had Jim from Blue Sky on speed dial. The previous owners of StarView were very helpful with, down to the nitty gritty reporting you have to do every month. But I mean, everyone was helpful, but Jim especially, like, I don't know how to do this state form. And he would just walk me through, and never made it seem like I was bothering
No,
him.
he kind of took her under his wing and, showed her the ropes with stuff. And
now
we're
we're best
great
buddies.
friends now. And
He's
so,
not the
great.
Papa Bear of the wine trail.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
be almost like a Bob Ross, like twinkle in his eye, playing their thing. He's just special.
He's a good one.
That's awesome. And I do love that the wine trail works together, but is also very unique. And we talk about this actually constantly, because each time we go into one, it's different. What do you think kind of separates you guys? What would you say like your kind of niche is within the winery world in Southern Illinois? What do you say you're known for?
I think one big thing is our vibe. You can come here, just hang out and relax. We have a great product. You're always going to get friendly service from the staff behind the bar, whether it's me or our employees. And then we just have the full package. You can sit out here. We're open all year long, every day of the week. You can have good wine, take in the views of the koi and the turtles.
grab some food if you're hungry from the menu.
Yep. And then we have our event barn that we renovated about 5 years ago, and then on-site lodging. So we really have a little bit of everything here.
I was going to say, we just always like to feel like this is an extension of our home.
Yeah.
Like everyone that comes through the door is just like walking through the front door of our house, and just not only guests, but, here to hang out and enjoy the product that we've, worked so hard to make and share with them. And it's just fun. It's cool.
Yeah. And your wine is delicious. I love it. But even if you are not a wine drinker, you also carry.
We carry beer.
You do carry beer,
And we have some
local.
we have local beer from Big Muddy Brewing. We do have NA beer now as well. And then we carry Excel products. So they make ski and their frosty root beer. So we try to support other local businesses as much as we can.
It's excellent.
Yep.
So what are some of the food options that you guys offer here?
So a lot of different sandwiches, like our homemade chicken salad is by far a guest favorite. We have some different salads, like a romaine lettuce salad and a pasta salad. I'd say the number one item is Brett's favorite
Spinach and artichoke dip with fresh Panera bread. Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, he does not enjoy the smell of it whatsoever.
I love it.
It is good.
I'm the weird guy.
I guess like you smell it after 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he usually won't help me out in the kitchen to make that.
I love it. You wouldn't want me to help you out because it'd be like half up on our time it gets to the customer.
I love it.
But nothing, like we don't have a fryer, we don't have a grill. We certainly do not call ourselves a restaurant, but it's just good, a lot of homemade food that's simple and just goes good with a glass of wine. And we do also let you bring in your own food. So if you want to pack a picnic, you can do that too.
barbecue from Ned Shed, which is in Vienna.
Yes.
So
Angie and Kevin are good friends of ours, and they deliver barbecue here either weekly or every other week.
They're kind of,
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the ones that are off the beaten path. They're kind of like,
right off the four-way stop and right in the center of Vienna.
okay, got you guys.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Where is it 45 and 126 meet?
I believe you're right. Yep. Yep.
I'm curious, has your vision for when you guys first came here to where your vision is now, has that changed at all?
I don't think it's changed. I think we're just still plugging away.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep evolving and keep doing new things.
We knew coming here, this was a great foundation, a great start for us, especially being new business owners and newlyweds. And you know, I think it was a really good start for us, but we've evolved with it. You know, in the past 12 years, we've been adding, like she said, the event barn and some outdoor stuff, you know, the outdoor bar, which is access for when we have outdoor music, lodging. So now we have an Airbnb on site. So this is all stuff that we've added along the way in the past 12 years.
And I think the region has really just grown, and more people are coming. I mean, we still feel like we need to work on getting our name out there more. And I mean, there are people in Marion who have never been here, and it's like, well, why not? What do we need to do to tell them, hey, this is a fun place to come hang out? But I think overall, it's the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? We made it through COVID, which
It's a big deal.
It was scary.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's very scary. Yeah.
but yeah, we survived, and
Fortunately, people realized they had to drink alcohol to get through COVID.
and then when we could reopen for on-site consumption, they called it, people were just ready to be out and listen to live music and drink wine here instead of having to take it to their house. So yeah, it's we're making it work.
Yep.
You definitely are. You're doing much more than that, just making it work. You are, like I said, you're a staple in the community here as well too. I'm curious, how has your perception of Southern Illinois changed the longer that you've been here? What was your perceptions coming in, and kind of what have you?
And it's okay if they were bad.
No,
It has changed.
yeah, the biggest thing when we moved here, because we are from a small town, I guess population-wise, but way more like
Hustle and bustle.
bustle. Yeah,
Sure.
So when we moved here, we were like, whoa, we have to drive a lot slower. Like,
Well, and not only that, but like when we were trying to get things done and up and going for our business, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we'll get to it next week," and it's like, "No, we're getting to this today."
Yeah.
And everyone was just so nonchalant about, "Oh yeah, I'll get to it here and there," and we were just so used to just fast
like that
paced,
East
get it done.
Coast
Yeah, and we
pace.
just had to teach ourselves to step back and slow down a little, and it was hard to get used to, but now that we are, it's been a great adjustment. So,
Yeah.
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 It was
We love Southern Illinois. We love Cobden.
Yeah.
And
the people.
Yeah.
I mean,
and just living out here in the country, it's beautiful.
yeah.
If we want to go do some like specific shopping or whatever, like I'd rather get in my car and drive there than live there. You know what I mean? That's so.
Yeah.
You guys were just at the Southern Illinois Made Expo not too long
Yes.
ago. The
Yep.
Shawnee Hills Wine Trail came, and it was awesome.
It was.
What has it been like working with, even just outside of the wine trail, working with other vendors and stuff like that in this area? I know you guys have done projects with like food pairing and stuff like that your product is carried in multiple businesses and stuff like that. What's it been like working with other businesses locally?
I think really well. It's again nice to see that they want to reciprocate. Like, hey, you support me, I'll support you.
Yeah.
And just this area makes really great wine. There's no need to carry, wine from other states if there's something being made right here that's, if not better, I mean, pretty close. So, other business owners have been fantastic to work with.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit, because you guys do live music out. You do inside and outside, correct?
Yes.
So what does your summertime kind of look like? And then we're also, I mean, we're getting into fall right now. I kind of want to hear about how you guys transition from summer kind of going into the fall, winter. There's a program like maybe like a passport program or something like that.
So we are a very weather-based business. I mean, we stay open all year round, but when it's 100 degrees outside, we are definitely slower here because people don't want to sit outside and sweat while they're drinking wine. And they're really not picturing, oh, hey, I could go sit inside. I mean, yes, it's beautiful in there, but it's not the same. So with this summer being really hot, we definitely had some slower weekends, but now we're gearing up. Like actually my social media post over the weekend was like, this is wine drinking weather because
This is perfect.
like you can sit out here and be comfortable.
Yep.
Looks like we are. Maybe we are right into this.
Yes.
Yeah.
September, October is there's the peak of
Spring and fall for us are busy
Definitely.
times. Yeah.
And then the wine trail has done a passport program in the past. We'll do Thirsty Thursday where we'll have $5 glasses of wine during our like winter months, just to, try to tell people, hey, we're open and you can get a $5 glass of Cabernet rather than like $8. But yeah, it'll get quiet around here. But we're coming up with some ideas to make it cozy and still have a good vibe.
So are you guys doing the passport program again this winter coming in?
I'm not sure if the wine trail is gonna do that. I think we need to tweak it a little bit. We always saw good results from it because we would do a wine and food pairing. But I know Southernmost is always coming up with new ideas as well. And just to let people know, hey, we're open through the winter, come see us.
Yeah.
I'm always curious, and I always ask, have you hiked in Southern Illinois before?
Not a lot.
No,
Yeah.
But you have some?
some,
Yes.
like Pomona Natural Bridge, does that count?
Yes. I was going to ask what your favorite is. Like, what?
Garden of the Gods.
Yeah.
We've done that.
We've done
That's a
that
staple.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really neat place. A little bit throughout Giant City.
We did the Gnome Roam
Yeah.
in Giant City.
Did you find all the gnomes?
We
Yeah.
did.
It was fun. It was
Yep.
fun.
Yep, our
Lily
daughter.
actually did it with us.
Yep.
And
Yeah, that was like over 6 miles in one day. She came home and took a long nap.
It looked like it was like spread out throughout the park.
Yes.
And that's a big part.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you
was
would
fun.
drive from place to place.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite
Favorite what?
place that you've been to that you've hiked? Yeah.
Say Garden
I guess Garden of the Gods.
Yeah.
We went when I was pregnant, and then we took his family
Family.
2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just pretty and
Kind of reminds me of back east, with, you see a little bit more mountains.
Yeah.
I guess they call bluffs here.
Well, we got big hills.
Yeah, mountain, yeah.
Nice hillside.
But yeah, beautiful scenery. It's just, nice to get out there.
Because we've talked, and speaking with the other wineries, you guys really are like ambassadors for people who are coming into the area.
Yes.
A lot of times you're some of the first stops that they make, or maybe
Yeah.
the only stops that they make, because I know so many people that just come down for the way I heard about Southern Illinois first, living in Central Illinois, is every summer my mom would get with her girls and they would do a wine trip. And they always end it, funny enough, talking about Giant City, at the lodge.
chicken.
Yeah, the home fried meal or whatever over there, which is amazing.
I always tell people you better wear your stretchy pants.
Exactly.
When you're there.
Definitely.
I feel bad for the person that has to drive them all back to Central Illinois. Is that perfect? Yeah, so repair a 3-4 hour drive.
Yeah.
So kind of talking about food and drinks and stuff like that, we have been doing some tastings as well. Did you guys mind if we moved inside?
Oh,
For
sure.
kiddos, I know Allison's got some rapid
Yep.
fire questions
I
coming
do.
up
Okay.
here too. We can talk a little bit more inside, but if that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
All right, so we are back. We are inside the tasting room right now. Regina, what do we got going on over here?
I picked 5 of my favorite wines for you to try.
Perfect.
All right. Ready?
Where we start?
We're going to start with our Vignole. This is a semi-dry, estate-grown Vignole. So what that means is the grapes were grown here. All of our wine, no matter where the fruit or the juice comes from, is made here on site by Brett.
All right.
Is it all just grapes that you have, or do you have any other accents or anything like that?
Everything we make is grape wine.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we actually have sangria that we bottle. So that is the only wine that gets something added to it. But otherwise, yes, we are all grape wine.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me pour you some Vignole.
Tasting the wine, you get some nuances of pineapple or grapefruit or something like that. There's not actually pineapple or grapefruit in the wine. It's just characteristics of the grape. So a lot of people say, well, I just have grapefruit with my medications, but it's just
This has a little bit of a grapefruit essence to it,
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's just something.
which I love grapefruit. So.
That's why you like that small too.
Different flavors and aromas, and that's what makes each one unique.
How hard of a task is it to keep consistency?
Very hard.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of my job. So you try to do the same flavor every season, right?
Yes.
But every season isn't the same as far as
Correct.
the process. So
Yes.
Right.
I appreciate that comment because, yes, every year I may make a Vignole. But the thing is, Mother Nature's not the same every year. So it's like I'm making a different wine with different ingredients every time I make a Vignole that I have to try and replicate year after year because the customer says, well, I like that. And then the next year they say, well, this is different. And I say, well, the grain was a little bit more or a little less or whatever. So I, in my job, have to balance the wine to be similar as far as sweetness, the acidity level, the pH of the wine, all makes the wine come into balance so that year after year it can be similar.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So in a perfect temperate environment that we have, all 4 seasons are well represented here.
Yes, they are.
What would be like the ideal? Is there any sort of like, we would love at least one hard frost for the grape, or is there anything very specific where it's like, we're gonna have this in the
ideal.
If we could replicate Napa Valley, California, that would be ideal. So the reason why they are so well known is because they have very little rainfall, which, like I said, the grapevines like to be stressed.
Was not the spring.
Was not this
Was kind of this summer.
was kind of the summer, but
Yeah.
they also don't have a whole lot of humidity, and grapevines don't like a lot of humidity. So we have to worry about fungal diseases on the plants, mildews and stuff. So we have to take care of that, mitigate that in the vineyard. and also the fruit so that the fruit won't rot. And so if we could replicate low humidity and spoon feed our vines fertilizer or nutrients and give them only the little bit of water that they absolutely need, that would make the best quality wine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is really interesting.
I'm curious. So when you're trying to make it taste like last year, are you using last year's batch to like taste, or are you going off memory? Or like,
Yeah, I'll have notes.
Yes, notes.
Vintage, and I'll look at my chemistry of each vintage year and the residual sugars that I use, the alcohol content. All these things will throw off different aspects in the finished wine. And so by adjusting one or the other, you can bring it back into a balance of somewhat close to what it was year after year.
I've got another question for you, but I want to know, what do we have here?
So this is our 2021 Chamberson. So I picked this one. Chamberson grows really well here in the Shawnee Hills. So all of the wineries, with the exception of Pomona, just since they don't use grapes, you will see Chamberson. We use it in 4 of our wines as 100% Chamberson, and it just really, it just reflects what the Shawnee Hills is.
Yep.
So
Grows really well in this not great region to grow wine grapes. Like I said, we are in an AVA, and they say that it is a good wine grape growing region. It's just more challenging in other places in the country. So because of Mother Nature.
Were there some other AVAs that you considered before choosing our AVA in Southern Illinois?
Yeah, so there's AVAs across the nation, from Washington State and California, New York State. They're all over the place. What drew us to Southern Illinois is that they were growing the same variety of grapes that I was growing back in Pennsylvania, and they were on a wine trail already, which I was used to back in Pennsylvania. The size of the property here with the vineyard and establishment, I thought was something that we could manage. So that's what really made us land here, is kind of as the full package.
Nice. And I don't mean to go back to Pennsylvania, but I'm curious because we kind of share the same guests, right?
Yeah.
People that come to Southern Illinois for the weekend or for the week and experience all things Southern Illinois. Was your AVA and the wine trail that you guys were a part of in Pennsylvania, was it the same kind of geographic spread that we have here in Southern Illinois' AVA, where we're looking at, what is it, maybe a 50 mile from the east side to the west side?
Yeah. It was pretty similar. We were in a valley of 3 mountains called the Lehigh Valley. So it was basically the valley floor of the 3 mountains. And that's what created the shale and slate, outcroppings and unfertile soils. And so we were encompassed in that area, and that was our AVA.
Interesting, yeah.
I'm curious. So from 12 to 28, you were in Pennsylvania, and then from 28 on, you've been here. Do you feel like you learned more 12 to 28, or 28 to now, being the owner and really
That's a good question.
that's a really good question.
I'd say I learned equally as much in different parts of the business.
Yeah.
I learned a lot early on of the basics, what
The actual
wine making and turning grape juice into wine, and what yeasts were doing and all that. But now, being the sole winemaker and owner and having all of my own thoughts and processes into the whole thing, I've tweaked it a lot more. I've dove further into all the different aspects of the winemaking and the grape growing, and so I really learned the technical stuff, I'd say, a lot more now. The last few years, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like you have to be decently confident coming into owning it and learning it and stuff like that, your skills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's cool to think that, it's changed over time. Was it, I know you said it's a similar kind of AVA, but was there a transition coming here of like, was there a learning moment? Was there a moment where you're like, we're not Pennsylvania anymore?
Yeah, there was a few grape varieties I grew back there, and I tried to do it here, and it wouldn't work. The winters, the climate was a little more drastic of a change, and I thought being a little further south, they would work here. And I don't know if people had tried it before or not, and it did work for 5 years. Yeah, but then we just had one of those harsh winters where it just wiped it out. And so that was a learning curve for me, is that it's not a consistent year after year weather pattern here. And so I had to adjust to that.
And being the owner, now it's your money.
I call my losses.
Yeah.
I was fortunate. I got to learn on someone else's dime, is what I always get to say.
Yeah.
So I got to make a lot of mistakes and not be out of,
Has any mistake.
but I learned along the way. Yeah, we all do.
Yeah. But it definitely, your eyes are much more wide open when it's, when you're footing the bill for it. So.
Yeah.
Well, what else do you have?
All right, let's go to Eclipse. So obviously, Brett created this wine for the Eclipse that we got to experience again last year.
Because we're blessed.
Does anybody else think that those 7 years happened like super fast? Yeah.
Yes, actually, it was just popping up all of my memories from the first one because that was 8/21, I think. So this is a 50-50 Cab Merlot blend. Do you want to talk a little bit about that one?
So this is a perfect example of two varietals that I thought would grow here. I planted Cabernet and Merlot, and they grew for a few years, and then, like I said, the winter, Mother Nature wiped them out. And when I realized they wouldn't grow here, I loved making these wines so much. I said, I need to find where the fruit's going to grow really well and make these wines. And so I sourced fruit from California. It was okay. And then I sourced fruit from Washington State, and it was phenomenal. And so this is a great example of where good Cabernet and Merlot is grown. So this is in a high desert in Washington State. I get whole clustered fruit sent to me. I'm in contact with the grower and broker out there and tell them when I want my fruit picked. They put it in bins, send it on a truck, and I've got it in 48 hours, and I'm crushing it and fermenting and all the process here.
That's crazy because I just assumed that because Seattle is always really rainy and is like a high rainfall area, that I just assumed like the entire state was.
So the western side of Washington is a rainforest, and the eastern side is a desert. And so this fruit comes from the eastern side called Dualuc Slope, and I get some from North Shawnee Hills, which are AVAs out there. And they're along the Columbia River, which is just a perfect region for wine grapes to grow. One of those perfect scenarios, hospitable soil and low amounts of humidity and rainfall, and they produce excellent quality wines.
Wow.
So
it smells like it's going to be sweet. It has a wonderful aroma.
The fruit.
It smells. It smells like a strawberry jelly almost.
very jammy.
But it's a nice dry, because I like dry.
Yes.
And it's a nice dry, clean fin. Ooh, I love it.
It's dry red, yeah. I love cabs too. So this was like right up right.
Nice.
Yeah. So in something I didn't really think about until we started doing this series, if you wanted to grow a new grape kind hybrid variety, yes. How long from having the idea that you want to do that until you can actually put that in a bottle and sell it? How long is that time period?
So when I fly my vines, they come as a grafted vine. Basically, it looks like a twig.
It's a stick.
Yep. And they are 1-year-old grafted vines. And what that means is the top part of the vine is the grape that you want. And the bottom part of the vine is a rootstock of something that will survive really well around here. So we have little bugs in the ground called nematodes and phylloxera, which will eat the root system before the vine can actually get established. And so we put these varieties that are resistant to those bugs so that the root system can grow, but then the upper part of the vine can grow too and give you the grapes that you want. And so I get them as 1-year-old grafted vines. And after about 3 to 4 years, you'll get a crop to make wine.
Wow. That's
So
a long process.
you really have to plan it. Yeah. Like you can't just be like, I'm gonna put out a new wine tomorrow.
Next year.
And meanwhile, every year up to that first harvest, you're maintaining them too. You're training them.
Yep.
You're, going through and pruning in the wintertime, and all summer long, you're managing the vines to get
canopy.
nothing back for 3 or 4 years.
Is what's happening right now, isn't it? Don't you add this whole like thriving
Yep.
vineyard out here?
Yes, it is.
Thriving.
There's zero fruit on it.
Nope.
wow.
Beautiful green leaves. With nothing on them.
So now next year will be the first year that I will throw some crop on it. And so what that will do is slows the vigor of the vine down a little bit, and also gets it into balance. So you don't want the vine to just keep growing, crazy to make this bush. And then we'll start to make like our rosé with it. And, further down the road, we'll make a nice dry red.
It's Chamberson.
Yeah.
This. Yep. Yeah, we are in the process of replanting. It's really hard to grow grapes here if you don't have fencing. We have vines right outside the door here, and the deer will come that close to the building. You can
See them before you leave. Yeah.
yeah.
They are unapologetic about
Yeah.
being around people we've got plenty of deer.
Yep. And then there's raccoons, then the birds, and Mother Nature. So
I had no idea how much of an impact deer had on crops, especially in southern Illinois. I know the capital of white-tailed deer, in this country is it's a big problem around here.
Sure is.
People hunting down here.
and that's the thing. Yeah. He loves to hunt. But
Or up here, I get a lot of people from the southern states coming up to hunt our white-tailed deer. Yeah.
But yes, everything that I've planted now and am establishing out there is in deer fencing, because even with trying to raise new vines, the deer would nip them off before they could grow. You'd put grow tubes on as protection. As soon as they get out of the grow tubes, they start nipping them off. And so with deer fencing, everything's done really well, and I expect it to stay that way.
Well, that's good.
And if a husband and wife can put up deer fence together, they can do. And it's also rather like drywall. And dry.
Yep. You want to test your relationship? You put a deer fence.
And we've done both, so I guess we're good at it.
You guys made it through the gauntlet.
As I finish mine, I'm going to move to some rapid fire questions that I have.
Yeah.
And the first one, so I'm going to clear the ones that we have already covered, but I want to reiterate now. One of them is, one of our biggest questions is if you can bring food here, even though you serve food here also.
Yes. Yep. We want to just make it easy for people to come visit us. So, hey, you don't want to order the food, that is totally fine. Bring your cooler, bring your own food, just no outside alcohol.
Yep.
Okay. That is perfectly fair. All right. So the next one is probably the next biggest question, or most common question that I get asked is, are you pet friendly?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we love your four-legged fur babies. So yes, we just ask that dogs stay on a leash. We do have 2 cats that have found us, so they are roaming around. So as long as your dog is friendly to other fur babies and humans, then totally fine. And we also had a pig here.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
On a leash?
It was on a leash. Yes, so we are pet friendly. I shouldn't just say dog friendly.
One of our bigger events, we have alpacas out here in our yard. So that's
From the
oak.
from Rolling Oak.
Yes. We just saw
So yeah, we have all kinds of furry animals show up.
Yes, animals are the way to my heart. So,
And what goes better with wine?
exactly, yeah. We always are trying to support our local animal shelters. Tomorrow we are having free pup cups since it's National Dog Day. So,
Oh, that's terrific.
yes, so yes.
Kevin and I may have to stop by there.
There you go.
All right. So another question. So question number 3 is, what does your handicap accessibility look like?
We are totally handicap accessible. You don't need to deal with any stares when you come here. And
That is excellent.
yes, we welcome everyone.
That is hard to find, surprisingly, just because a lot of our places are outside of, the city limits where we have a lot of building codes for commercial places. And so that's really excellent. So you're 100% handicap accessible. So if you're in a wheelchair, everything is accessible. Bathrooms, getting into it.
Bathrooms, everything. Yep.
Wonderful. All right. Okay.
We've hit the big ones. We've hit pets.
Yep.
We've hit food.
Yep.
Handicap accessible.
May have to cut the silence out.
That's all right.
Kids, you asked about maybe kids.
Kid friendly. Are you kid friendly?
We are kid friendly. We have a 6-year-old, Lily. People often ask if she's the owner, and we're like, we're the owners, she's the boss.
That's right.
All we ask is that you keep your eye on your kid and they're not disruptive to other people, but yes.
And I know that we
bring your
already talked
families.
about that. So my children were born in 11 and 09, so they were literally toddlers when we came here as you were opening. And yeah, I have the most fantastic pictures of them, feeding the koi pond or the koi in the pond and sitting under, pretending to sing on the stage outside. I have the most adorable pictures of my kids out here. So yeah, maybe an underhand pitch, but I did want to clarify that we are kid
friendly. Yes, and I think I've heard it from a lot of parents. We are the winery with the fish.
Yes.
That's how the kids know started.
Whenever I come here and you guys have a full group, there's always people down there, pond out there feeding and.
Which is it an old candy machine?
Yes, it's a gumball machine.
Gumball machine that you have the fish
25 cents to feed the fish.
Some of the best
Roll of quarters.
Yeah, I always say they're at play starters. They're not.
They're not going hungry.
All right, what do we have here?
Okay, this is our Cabernet. So this is the 2022 from the fruit from Washington State. So yeah, it comes on a big refrigerated truck. And Brett does his thing down in the winery.
Again, it smells like it would be sweet. And I know it's a cab, so it's not going to be, but it smells so good.
You'll get a lot of oak nuances too when you drink it. This is aged in at least 14 months in American oak. So, and these are newer barrels with the Cabernet. So the Cabernet being a more bold wine, it can handle the more powerful oak flavors, so it usually tends to get the newer barrels to accompany the dark fruit in the wine and the tannins of the cab.
Where do you find these barrels?
The barrels that I use are actually from Missouri, so it's American white oak from Missouri. They make the barrels over there, send them to me, and I use them for typically 5 years. There's a used barrel right there that actually probably had Cabernet in it.
The dog with the cat. See, that kind of blended in there a little bit. Eyes closed. You could really try.
Oh yeah, that's caramel.
Yeah. Okay, so I apologize. I lost my train of thought there. We're gonna sit there.
I still don't remember my fifth. I was trying to think of it earlier.
Accessible kids.
How often are you open, which we also have discussed, is that you're open.
We're open daily.
You are open daily.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day are the only days that we are closed. Actually, our first Easter here, we were planting grapevines out beyond the pond, and we just kept watching. We were closed, and we kept watching all these cars come in.
In and out.
And we're like, I guess we should be open. So yeah, now it's just those 3 days that we're closed, and we feel like for how close we live, even if there's bad snow or something, we really don't have an excuse because we can walk to work. So we're basically open all the time.
Wow.
And it's just easier to remember. Like, hey, they're open all the time, every day.
And I've noticed, not even locally, but like even in my hometown in Central Illinois, a lot of businesses are closed on Monday, and the ones that are open tend to get
The influx.
People still got to eat and have some wine on a Monday.
Exactly. Especially summertime and stuff like that. Especially, people are taking week-long vacations, and it's like, yeah, you come in on a Sunday expecting to take a week-long vacation, nothing.
Right.
Yeah. You just get an option for them to go somewhere. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
One more.
Last but not least, do we want new glasses? Just since. So this is our Vidal Blanc, and this is a semi-sweet, but
So you said Vidal?
Vidal.
Vidal Blanc.
That's different than Vigneault.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is actually what we were planting that Easter,
Okay.
but they didn't do well.
They didn't survive.
They didn't survive. But hey, trial and error. This one has just been a guest favorite. So it's just really easy to drink. It's not sweet. It's not dry. It's really right in the middle. Kind of like a sweeter Riesling if someone likes that kind of wine.
Yep. I tend to prefer reds over whites.
Oh,
Really
that's
love
a
this one.
fantastic summer
I was
wine.
just gonna say it's
Yeah.
great summertime wine, hot days.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
My taste choice changes a lot from winter to summer.
Mine does too. Yeah.
Like even in beers and stuff like that, I'm like, hey, Rona during the summer.
So slate.
Or during the winter,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I tend to gravitate towards the Merlots and the Cabernet in the wintertime, and this is like the most perfect summer summer wine.
Yeah, so we offer everything from dry to sweet, a little bit for everybody. And we always recommend everyone at least try the wines to see if it's something that they may find something new that they like. And
You don't know until you try it.
I'm curious, which one is your personal favorites? Of Carrie.
on the white, I would say the Vigneault.
Okay.
And on the red, I would say the Cabernet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Cabernet, I also really like. So we have a Merlot. The fruit comes from Washington State as well. And it's hard for me to beat that one.
There's a lot of good choices. It really depends on the day or the meal, whatever we're doing.
The mood.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your palate. Yeah.
Well, and so then I'm curious, what is your favorite to make? Do you have a favorite that you like to make?
The wine, I would say the dry red. I love working with the barrels. Something about having the wine in the barrels for such a long period of time and waiting all these months to see how it came together in the end, and then doing my final blends. So all these reds, they may say Cab or Merlot, but this may have 10% Merlot in it, and this may have 10% Cabernet in it. Every year it changes. My blend, like I'm saying, some of these are blends anyway, but this is our Supernova, which is always a blend of Cabernet Merlot Chambourcin. The percentages change depending on the year.
Right. To keep it consistent and to make
And just what tastes the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I think that is 60% Cab.
Yes, that is 60% Cab, 30% Merlot, and then 10 Chambourcin. So,
But the next vintage was different.
yes, it may be 15, so on. Depends on the year and how the wine's coming out of the barrels. And so that to me is just the most fun I have in the wine cellar, is working with the reds.
So I'm curious, are you trying it and being like, this needs a little more Merlot, and you're getting
I may have 8-10 wine glasses on the counter in the lab and a graduated cylinder and a stock of Merlot, a stock of Cab, and a stock of Chambourcin, or whatever wines I'm working with, and I'll do 10%, 20%, 15%, and start mixing them all and adding, whatever I need to along the panel, and I smell them, taste them, and that may be 8 o'clock in the morning some days. Yeah, that's just
part of the rest of your life. The word, trying 8 to 10 wines at Grand Funk is not
fun doing when you're hungover.
You like Mondays, am I right?
Yeah, but that's what I have the most fun doing. And bottling. I like bottling the wine, knowing that it's the finished product and getting ready to be put on the market for the consumers to enjoy, and then hearing the feedback on the wines. I really like that.
That's
Do
true.
you, during harvest season, do you guys bring in any outside help? Do you use some of the people from inside and stuff like that?
Any 12-year-olds pedaling, right?
Needing a dust bite?
So for picking the fruit, we do bring in, it's hand-picked. So everything gets hand-picked and then brought into the winery. At that point, I do it all.
Really?
So as far as the winemaking goes, I do 100% of it.
But some of the picking you use some people to help and stuff like that. Is it the same people every year?
No.
No? So it's
No,
just,
it changes year to year. Yeah.
I'm gonna volunteer my kids that there you go. You've got a great,
that'd be great. So
quick season. Quick.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, you got to start early in the morning. You don't want to be picking when it's too hot. But then people are like, wow, this is hard.
when it is hard,
Typically starts the first week of September.
Okay.
There's some wineries around here that have started, like the white varietals.
I've seen there's a few varieties come in early, so maybe mid to late August, you might get a couple white grapes coming in, and then it could end all the way to the first frost. So
Wow.
first, second week of October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah.
What is the best way for people to find you?
I'd say Facebook, Instagram. Our website is full of all of our upcoming events. We have, questions that are common that we give the answers to. But yeah, social media or just call us. I'm happy to talk to anyone.
Yeah, I may be pretty biased. You guys have some pretty awesome advertisement pieces you have at your booths.
Yes. Well, I got
Are great photographer. I appreciate it. I got to stay at your guys' lodging, your Airbnb right over here. It's awesome. I love that living room. I love like the exposed upstairs and stuff like that. That master bedroom is huge back there.
It is very large. It's we definitely have a great piece of property to, especially if you're like from the city and don't ever get to see the stars. Like there's a reason we're called StarView. So just to come out here and spend some time, like it's beautiful.
And your Airbnb, tell us a quick bit about that. It's
It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. We can accommodate. We stay up to 9. There's a pretty big couch because everything's big enough for everyone that's going to stay there. So I'd say 9 people could fit there, and you're not going to be on top of each other. A big table to play games, plenty of room, I always say, to unwind. And it's just steps from the tasting room. So you don't have to worry about driving.
safety.
I can confirm that couch is super comfortable. It's huge. It's a running joke because when I stay at Airbnbs and I do video and stuff like that, I try to leave a low carbon footprint.
We got to know each other.
Yes, exactly. So when I was living in Central Illinois and come down here, the very first day I had with Allison, she was like, "Are you sure you stayed here?" I was, "You didn't even know you were here." Exactly. I was like, "Yes, I actually left something in the fridge." So up there. She's like, "That was the only proof that you stayed."
That you
Yes,
stayed.
I have tested all the couches and like all the Airbnbs and stuff.
And ours passes the test.
Yes, a very comfortable couch. So
You gave us good proof with photography too. The sunrise pictures.
yeah,
Amazing.
that's I kind of made a joke, but it's StarView. But man, that sunrise
That sunrise.
is also something to see as well too. So and you don't really get that. You guys aren't open for sunrise, obviously. Most wineries are not open for sunrise. But staying at that Airbnb, you get that nighttime view.
Yeah.
And then the sunrise out here. There's proof online that it's pretty incredible.
So we do like to brag about our sunset too over the deck. It's pretty cool most of the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, this was great.
Good way to spend a Monday.
I've had worse jobs.
I definitely had worse jobs.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep. And then you'll see us on the next episode of the Experience Southern Illinois podcast.